You ready to bullet journal?
What's up? Happy February. Bentley, you want to come be in today's video? Come say hi. Say happy February. Are you gonna be my date for Valentine's Day? Seriously, the cutest. I cannot believe that we are already here planning for February. I know that I feel like I say that every time we do a Plan With Me video. It feels like 2019 just started and the first chapter's already done. So that's kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the Koze channel. For today's video, we're gonna be planning for February. Now, in case you guys didn't know, one of the things that we may have discussed in the 2019 reading video, which was also posted to this channel, I'll leave a link to it down below if you guys didn't see it already. But for January, I was reading, or one of my January reads was the bullet journaling method, and so it kind of became a project of mine. I bought a little like shorter bullet journal to practice on throughout the month of January, knowing that once I was done this book, I wanted to move into actually bullet journaling myself. So bullet journaling, let me start off real quick, just give you a brief history of my relationship with bullet journaling. Bullet journaling is something that I tried to do last year, but I never actually understood the basics. Like, it was something that I had just seen online, and I was so mesmerized by like people's ability to just free form but plan at the same time. Like, it wasn't in the confines or constructs of somebody else's planner or somebody else's idea of how to basically map out your life. And so that's what initially attracted me to it. But every time I would sit down to do it, I think I was just so overwhelmed by, I don't know, it's so freeing because you're just kind of sitting there with open pages with dots on them and you're just supposed to just like start planning, and I didn't really know where to start. And so I found that every time I'd make these templates, I was more so looking at just like trying to create something pretty rather than trying to create something that had function. So reading this book literally changed the whole freaking game, and I can already tell that this is going to be my newest obsession. When I think about when I started journaling, I feel like I stopped kind of putting all of these like ideas or like almost like instructions on it, and I just started to journal the way I wanted to journal, and my journal became like my best friend. Like, I bring my journal with me everywhere. And so I feel like this is almost just like there's two sides to our brains, right? We've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got yin, we've got yang, and you have a journal and then you have a bullet journal. And I feel like the bullet journal is more structured thoughts and my journal is more dreamy thoughts. And I just really like how this is all coming together. Long ass explanation of explaining to you guys why I'm going to be bullet journaling with you guys. So this is kind of like a beginner's bullet journal in the sense that I really am setting up my bullet journal with you guys for the first time, and February is going to be the first month that I use it. So I'm really, really excited about it. I went and picked up a new one. It actually says bullet journal right on it. I got it at Chapters, but it's actually from, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like Luke's Room, 1917. I don't know, but they did a conjunction or collaboration with Ryder Carroll, the author of this book, and came out with a line of bullet journals. So I picked up this one because I thought it was cool. It has a little lightning bolt in the middle. Anyway, so yeah, that's why we're going to be bullet journaling today, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I plan out February, also my future log for the year. I'm basically future logging from now until January of next year, and all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys have a mug of something warm and you're excited to plan out my favorite month, because I know I'm biased, but my birthday's at the end of this month, so I'm excited. My horoscope said that February, or my birthday, was going to feel more like my new year rather than January would, and I'm really rolling with that theme. So this feels like a whole fresh new start to 20 Thrive, which we'll get to in this video. But yeah, so this year I feel like I'm kind of using my birthday as more so of my chance to start fresh. And that is why I'm really excited that I'm starting my bullet journal now, because I'm basically going to be bullet journaling from the time, hopefully, that I'm 25 on. First things first, I did fill out my future log before I started filming with you guys. All I honestly did was just create lines and write the title of each month. And the future log is just a means of looking ahead at all of the things you might have to do in the next year. So like anytime something pops up, like I have a lot of weddings this year, I have a lot of birthdays this year, I have a lot of traveling to do this year. So all of those things I filled in along with like my 13th live stream, because I just know that that's something I'm going to do every single month and all of that stuff. So any kind of important dates and stuff you just put into your future log. Not much more explanation to that, so let's move on. So then the next page I decided to do was just like a 2019 overview. So this is something that, I mean, realistically, I didn't necessarily need to do this, but I just like being able to go and quickly reference like what day of the week a certain date might be. So if I flip to my future log and I'm like, oh, okay, so I know that Valentine's Day is on the 14th, but like, what day is that? So then I can come to this 2019 page, find the 14th, look up and see that it's Thursday. So that was just like a quick little template to do just to keep 2019 at a glance. And then beside that, I did my little February title page, which you guys saw in the intro of this video, but I went with a cloudy theme, kind of like retro meets cloudy. I don't know. Again, I'm new to this, so it's gonna take some time, I think, before I find my groove and my style, but I ended up liking how a lot of these templates turned out. Okay, so then when you flip the page, this is right out of the bullet journaling book itself, but all I did was list down all of the numbers and then all of the days of the week, and anything that was in my future log for February, I flipped back to that, and then just like put all of that stuff in here, along with any other important dates that I need to remember. And then on the other side, I just did my tasks. So this is just like pay rent, my live stream on the 13th, read 2 books, and if any other tasks pop up, obviously I'll pop them in there just like for an overall month look. To which then on my next page, this is almost like the way I would describe how I kind of dream board. You know how sometimes when you just put something to paper and you have like a visual aspect of it, it just makes it a lot easier to grasp? Well, I already know in my head what my perfect day looks like, and I know in my head what my perfect week would look like work-wise, and so I decided to take that image and try and basically translate it onto paper. This is by no means like a schedule that I have to stick to strictly. This is just like in the perfect world of February, if I'm not doing something already, this is pretty much the general formula of my days and my weeks that I'd like to take. So for my daily schedule, it's a matter of like waking up and doing my AM reflection. Then I have my priorities, which is like working out, getting out of the office. I wrote that as like a term for myself, but what that actually means is just getting out of the house, like in the mornings. Because I ended up upgrading my Jeep, I was trying to justify it by telling myself that I want to get out every day, but I also knew that that is a challenge that I wanted to take into, especially this winter, because I feel like it can be really easy to get cabin fever. So going out of office is a priority for me to go do my emails somewhere like Starbucks, any kind of cafe, anywhere at all, honestly, a library, just anywhere that gets me out and in some fresh air before coming home and then starting my like filming and routine and all that. But yeah, so just basically doing like the heavy lifting of my day in the morning. At 11, I take a lunch break. 12 to 5, I do tasks like filming, editing, all of that good stuff. And then from 5 to 6, dinner. 6 to 9 is my personal time, so that's like hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, doing yoga, you know, reading, any kind of personal thing that I want to do, self-care. And then 9 to 10 is my PM reflection, so it's basically just like winding down for bed, checking in on my bullet journal and my journal and turning off the lights. And in terms of my weekly schedule, ideally, it's something I've already kind of talked with you guys before, but I'll just brief you really quick. From Monday to like Thursday, I would say, is more so when I try and keep more of like a strict work schedule. And then from Friday to Saturday and Sunday, I'm a little bit more loosey-goosey in the sense that like weekdays, I like to do my workouts. I like to make sure that I'm getting out of the house to do some work in like the cafes and stuff, doing my workout routine, not really spending, eating food at home, like not getting takeout, things like that. And then on the weekends, starting on Friday night all the way through Sunday, I don't really have a schedule. I don't try and work out. Like if a friend wants to go to a workout class, I'll do it. If I want to do some yoga, I'll do it. But like there is no workouts planned for the weekend. And I can get my takeout and do whatever I want in terms of like that kind of stuff, you know? So it just kind of keeps things balanced, and I feel like it makes it easier for me to do like Monday to Thursday grinds if I know that Friday to Sunday I'm going to be able to kind of be flowy and do what I want. So that's my ideal schedule for February. Then next, this is just honestly daily logging. So again, straight from the bullet journaling book, but this is just my daily logging for today, tomorrow, and the next day. And I just wrote down all the things I need to do this weekend. Really simple, just a matter of basically making a to-do list for the day. And I left the page beside it open too, so I can do the first 3 weeks of next week as well. So last but not least, I thought it would be fun to kind of share with you guys my own kind of collections that I've been making. I know I just showed you guys my schedule one, but one of the other things that I'm doing this year, and I'm starting it in February for the obvious reason that I stated that my birthday is this month, but I have this like running joke right now with Larissa that we've just... Okay, that was really weird. Larissa just texted me. We were deciding that this year, because we're turning a quarter of a century, we're gonna 20 thrive instead of 25, you know? So 20 thrive is just like a funny word. I mean, it's kind of cringy, but it's a funny word. It's almost like you're turning into like level 2 of life, you know? Quarter of a century, going over that little cusp right there. And so 20 thrive is a matter of being like, not only just like unapologetic, but almost like a fake it till you make it type of mindset, in the sense of like trying to be extra just to see if it works. Shooting for the stars, because why the heck not? 20 thrive. At 25, I just want to literally try and do all the crazy things that I want to try and do and just see what happens. Like, not even just do crazy things, but even with how I mentioned to you guys, like the Jeep thing, I was like, oh, like there was a couple little things about my Jeep that was bothering me, but like nothing really big. And honestly, it kind of just came down to the fact that I was like, there's no way for me to justify it. Like, I don't need another Jeep. And then my Jeep was on recall. So when I had to bring my Jeep in for recall, I was like, what else you got? So then boom, like it was like a matter of being like, screw it, why not kind of thing. Like, that's the mindset. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe 20 thrive, but I feel like 20 thrive is literally just like, just thriving. Even if you don't feel like you're thriving, to just continue to act as if you're thriving, because that is how I think we end up thriving, you know? Anyway, that was a really long explanation, but all I did was create this little template as a means of what goals I would like to accomplish while being 25, aka like, you know, for the next year. And then a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, only I changed it. I made it 5 months, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, and then 1 week. I haven't filled this out yet, but this is just a matter of like kind of mapping out the goals that I'm putting here. So I wrote down my birthday party, I wrote down Catcher 2, and I wrote down getting a new Jeep, which I already got to like blank out because that just like magically happened, which was weird. Manifestation is a real thing. And yeah, I'm gonna like fill out more goals and stuff, which I can continue to touch back on this during the other plan with me's if you guys want me to, just let me know. But that's my 25 project, my project of me being 20 thrive. I apologize, I messed up on the 25. We are only going by 20 thrive this year, like 25 does not exist. And then last but not least, I created one more template for my video schedule for the month of February, just basically mapping out what content I'm gonna be posting to my YouTube channels. This does not include my podcasts, which I will make another template for, I just haven't had time to do so yet. Because it is actually February 1st as I'm filming the sit down version, because I did all my templates last night. This morning I made a new template for February, which is like, I'm calling it Witch's Brew, which is basically me just trying to conjure up what I want to manifest for the month. Again, I can do that in the March plan with me if you guys like, but for now, I just did a video schedule. So again, kind of almost like the monthly overview. I just wrote down the dates, wrote down what videos, but also I color coded them for which ones were going up Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And then on the bottom, I just basically gave myself a chance to write down any video ideas as well as map out what day is kind of themed by what. So on Sundays, obviously the Koze channel video, so comfier videos and videos like this, more like highly produced and not vlog style. Wednesday is a vlog, but like a happy life vlog. And Friday is like also a vlog on my other channel, but more gisting and more healthy and more like, the only way I describe it is I look at like Wednesday being like fun and just like living life, and then Friday being like thriving and like trying to move forward in life, you know? So yeah, that's all the templates I made for February. So there you guys have it. That is my plan with me for the month of February. If you guys bullet journal or do your own plan with me's, let me know down below how you basically schedule out your life, because I'm curious. And if you guys have any requests for the March plan with me that you didn't get to see in this one, also let me know that as well. Also, if you guys decide to try and make any of the same templates as me, tweet them or Instagram them at me, you know, take a picture, show me, because I'd like to see. And I will talk to all of you guys in either next Sunday's video or on Monday's podcast. Bye guys.